friends. I'm Dr. Namita Shrin, and today I've come to discuss about an organ which has been an object of fantasy for poets and romantics. But I will be talking about it from the point of view of biology. Yes, you're right, I'm talking about the heart. The human heart belongs to a system which we call as the cardiovascular system, also known as the circulatory system. Understand this, that the circulatory system consists of the main pumping organ, which is your heart, the blood vessels, that is arteries, veins and capillaries, which are the channels through which the circulating fluid from the heart circulates to all the parts of the body. And the circulating fluid that I talked of, that is the blood and the lymph. So let us know a little more about our human heart. As you know, the heart is located in our thoracic cavity, nestled between the two lungs. The space is called as the mediastinum. The tip of the heart is slightly tilted towards the left side. Remember, the heart is covered by a double membranes known as the pericardium. The outermost membrane is called the parietal pericardium, and the one which is very in close contact with the heart is called the visceral pericardium. Remember, there is a fluid flowing between these two layers to prevent them from sticking to each other. This fluid is called the pericardial fluid. You have to remember that this fluid also serves another purpose in our body. It absorbs the shock whenever there is any kind of injury or trauma to our thoracic cavity, and in this way protects our heart from any kind of trauma. Isn't it helpful? Yes. The human heart, if you know, is a four-chambered heart. Unlike the fishes, they have a two-chambered heart. The amphibians and reptiles have a three-chambered heart, except for the crocodile. The crocodile, though a reptile, has a four-chambered heart. So humans have a four-chambered heart. The upper two chambers are called the atria, that is a plural term. Singular is atrium. They are the receiving chambers because they're going to receive blood from all parts of the body. The lower two chambers are called the ventricles or the pumping chambers of the heart. So above we have the right atrium and the left atrium, and below we have the right ventricle and the left ventricle. Please understand, the right side of our heart, that is the right atrium and right ventricle, contain deoxygenated or impure blood, whereas the left half of the heart, that is left atrium and left ventricles, contain oxygenated or pure blood. That means we cannot allow deoxygenated blood and oxygenated blood to mix with each other, right? So there is a partition or a septum between the two chambers. So between the right atrium and the left atrium, we have the interatrial septum, and between the right ventricle and the left ventricle, we have the interventricular septum. Isn't that interesting? Right. Along with that, as I said, the upper two chambers are the pumping chambers, are the receiving chambers, right? So there is a valve between the right atrium and the right ventricle as well. And just remember, this valve has three cusps or three cups. So we call this as the tricuspid valve. Whereas the valve between the left atrium and the left ventricle has only two cusps. So we call it the bicuspid valve, also known as the mitral valve. Please remember, valves allow the flow of blood in only one direction. That is unidirectional flow of blood. It will prevent the backflow of blood. So it is a very good thing that the valves are doing. Whenever the ventricles fill up with blood, it is these valves which will close and prevent the backflow of blood from the ventricles into the atria. So isn't that helpful? Yes, definitely that is helpful. We also need to know that the muscle of the heart is called as myocardium. It is a special kind of muscle which does not get fatigued easily, and it is involuntary. So even when we are sleeping and we are not even aware of the pumping of the heart continues pumping. Thank you so much.